Welcome. Today we'll dive into Genesis, the first book of the Bible. Genesis, meaning origin, lays the foundation for the narrative, explaining the creation of the world, humanity's beginnings, and God's covenant relationship with his people. It's a story of beginnings, rebellion, and God's redemptive plan, spanning 50 chapters. Let's unpack its key sections and themes. Genesis opens with God creating the heavens and earth, Genesis 1:1-31. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, chapter 1, verse 1, sets the stage for a purposeful, orderly creation, culminating in humanity, made in God's image, chapter 1, verses 26 and 27. Adam and Eve live in Eden, but their disobedience, eating the forbidden fruit, chapter 3, verse 6, introduces sin and death. God promises redemption through the offspring of the woman, a hint of the coming Messiah. Chapters 4-11 trace humanity's growing sinfulness. Cain kills Abel, and by Noah's time, earth was filled with violence. God sends a flood to judge the world, but spares Noah, his family, and representatives of every animal, chapter 7, verses 1-24. After the flood, Noah's descendants repopulate, but pride leads to the Tower of Babel, where God confuses languages. These chapters show humanity's rebellion and God's justice and mercy. The focus shifts to God's covenant with Abraham. In Genesis 12:1-3, God calls Abram, later Abraham, to leave his land, promising, "I will make of you a great nation, and I will bless you, and in you all the families of the earth shall be blessed." This covenant, land, descendants, and blessing, drives the rest of Genesis. Abraham's faith is tested, notably in his willingness to sacrifice Isaac, chapter 22, verses 1-18. Yet God provides a ram, affirming his faithfulness. The narrative follows Abraham's son Isaac, then Isaac's son Jacob, whom God renames Israel. Jacob's 12 sons become the tribes of Israel. Joseph, Jacob's favored son, is sold into slavery in Egypt but rises to power, saving his family. Genesis ends with the family in Egypt, setting the stage for Exodus with Joseph's death. Key themes: God's sovereignty. He creates and governs all, working through human choices for his purposes. Human sin and God's grace, from Adam's fall to Joseph's forgiveness, God responds to sin with judgment and mercy. Covenant faithfulness. God's promises to Abraham shape Israel's identity and point to redemption. Faith and obedience. Patriarchs like Abraham model trust in God despite flaws. Genesis divides into primeval history, chapters 1-11, and patriarchal history, chapters 12-50. It establishes God as creator, explains sin's origin, and introduces his plan to bless all nations through Abraham's line, fulfilled ultimately in Jesus. Genesis is a profound narrative of beginnings, creation, humanity, sin, and God's redemptive promise. It invites us to trust God's sovereignty and faithfulness as seen in his covenant with Abraham's family, which extends to all who believe.
Thank you for watching and learning about the first book in the Bible, Genesis. As always, use this video as a guide, but please dive deeper into Genesis when you get a chance. Follow and subscribe to Heaven's Cellar Door on YouTube, and check us out on x.com for daily Bible verses and other Christian content.